Hey you guys, turn your great idea into a reality with Squarespace, where they make it easier than ever to launch a passion project or a art showcase, work showcase, product, website, anything that you're looking for online. You can have great templates and pretty much complete ease when it comes to customizing how you want your things to look and operate. It's incredibly easy as far as website building goes. And if you do get stuck, you can go to their 24/7 award-winning customer support, where they're always there to help. So go to squarespace.com/read for a free trial now. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code READ to save 10% off of your first purchase of a website or a domain. Now let's start the show.
Oh, happy day.
All right, welcome back, niggas and friends, to another episode of this program. I am Gail King.
And I am Dr. Ebony. Yes, this is the read. Hallelujah.
Welcome back. Still here in January. Very, very cold here in the city, but
Finally.
that's how these things work, I guess.
Yeah, after them 70 degrees.
Black excellence this week. I'm going to give to two lovely women. First up, Sheila Ruffin. Sheila Ruffin is a graduate of Hampton University and Howard Law. It now owns a boutique travel agency called Soka Caribbean Yacht Charters. This is a yacht charter company that she began after landing a job on the island of St. Thomas. She was practicing law at one point and decided she wanted to get into the travel business. She Googled yacht agencies, found out more information about that.
I love this.
And this all leads to her charter company that exists today. Again, that is Soka Caribbean Yacht Charters. Basically, they offer a door-to-dock to door service. What that means is that the minute you step out of your home, there's a luxury car that will take you to the airport.
Yes.
Once you get to whatever island you're about to go to, they also have transfers to the dock where you can live your bad bitch yacht lifestyle. All of the amenities and services and things like that are provided, and also in reverse. So they'll take you right back to where you're at, going, and things of that nature.
Right.
So this is a black woman who owns this agency. I've actually used like yacht charter situations before.
Oh, yeah.
Never with a black owned situation that I know of.
I'm sure it wasn't. You would have known.
So
They would have made that clear.
this is pretty fire. I think this is dope. And it says here, to be the anchor between the yacht industry and millennials and people of color is amazing. Ruffin says, it's not easy. I'm entering into a space where black women aren't normally present. It's an amazing feeling. It also says here that according to Black Enterprise, this is because of them we can again. According to Black Enterprise in 2018, African Americans contributed $63 billion to the U.S. travel and tourism industry. So if
Okay.
you are like myself, freezing your ass off and trying to figure out where you're going to go that is warmer as soon as possible, and you thought maybe I would lay out on a yacht and be fancy, here is some information. First of all, I just love that it's called Soka Caribbean Yacht Charters,
Yeah.
which just
That is great.
gives me all of the information I need. So you can go to sokayachtcharters.com for information to book and things of that nature. Or maybe you can even just go say,
Yeah,
congratulations.
I'm on her
sis.
website right now.
See you out here being black and lovely and awesome.
This is incredible. I love that, first of all, she Googled it. She wanted to learn how to do something.
Yeah.
And so she went straight to freeassgoogle.com.
Where information lives.
And then the yachts are called Bronze Breadfruit,
Wow. I didn't even
Gold
get that piece.
Guava, and Silver Soursop.
I'm going to go with...
Now, this is in level of like accommodation. So it's bronze, silver, gold. So the gold one is like all the amenities and shit. The bronze one is for, you brokies who only have $37,000.
I really just enjoy the yacht being
Yes.
called breadfruit. So...
I mean, that comes with a captain and a chef, 3 guest cabins.
It's a yacht, bitch. Like, there's nothing.
You're not going to
poor
not like
about
it, right?
Yeah, I doubt that I'm going to be like, oh, poverty.
Yes, go off, Sheila. This is great.
Also, I wanted to give Black Excellence to a writer by the name of Aaliyah S. King.
Oh, I took a workshop with Aaliyah when I very first moved here.
Did you?
Somebody paid for me to go to Aaliyah's workshop. They were like, I feel like this would be really good for you. And I've never forgotten that. I've never forgotten that experience. And so when I saw this interview, I was like, of course Aaliyah did this.
Well, I want to just say that I read this interview, like, I feel like the moment it went up, somebody was like, hey, girl, this is for you.
You know it.
She interviewed Tyler Perry for Level, which is a publication through Medium. And they talk about all sorts of things going on with Tyler, his opinions. It felt very much, I'm trying to get some things off of my chest from Sir Perry. But they did also discuss the tweet we talked about last week where he posted all them scripts talking about his work ethic and how he doesn't have a writer's room.
Yes.
Now, before we get into that, the reason I'm giving her Black Excellence is not just because of this interview with Tyler Perry, but because I thought this was an amazing interview altogether. I think that she's she's very good at interviewing, and I would honestly probably just be here for her interviewing literally anyone.
Yeah.
And the reason I enjoyed it so much is because she was unbiased. She was fair.
She was.
But she also asked the questions and she challenged the answers she was given. And I feel like it's very normal. I don't even think it's a bad thing, but it's normal for a lot of times interviewers, especially if you're interviewing someone or whatever for a company, publication, whatever that you work for. Like if you're sent on an assignment, it can be very easy for freelance writers or whoever to be like, just doing their job and not really that engaged.
Yeah.
And that's how you end up with interviews a lot of times where you're asking the same questions or you don't want to ask blah, blah, blah.
Everybody's bored.
That's another part of the reason why I just don't care to do them. But I felt like she just did such a great job and she had a very clear point of view, but wasn't being easy or biased or hostile or whatever. She was just a great interviewer, I think. And I was really impressed by the way that this whole thing panned out. So I just wanted to give shout out to her also because I was just like, wow, this is a great interview. It's a fantastic interview.
It is really good. And to Tyler's credit, a lot of celebrities will not let people talk to them like this, even though she's not being disrespectful. Just the fact that she's like making him expound on things or clarify things or whatever, like that should not be as rare and refreshing as it is. And Tyler made some great points here. And then he said some things we're never going to know how she got on that fucking boat. And that just is what it is.
I mean, he explained it, but did he?
No. So, and when she was like, but that don't, he was like, okay, but write this down. Like, bitch, get over the boat. He's ready for all of us to move on.
So
definitely read that if y'all haven't already, although I'm sure you have.
Let's just talk about a piece of it for our hot tops, Bread Dead Redemption.
Okay.
I really just came up with that because I realized that the very second they go, I didn't come up with a name. So as far as what he was talking about with the writer's room, he did finally, but he gave a bit more insight on why he doesn't have a writer's room, which is, according to him, because he has dealt with writers before, unionized and non-unionized, and claims that he had a terrible time with both situations.
Felt like they was just punking him out of money.
Right. Well, he said that he felt like the unionized writers were trying to punk him out of money because you have to pay
for every rewrite.
For rewrites.
Yeah.
So he did say at one point that he felt like they were intentionally turning in things they knew would need to be rewritten so that they could get paid again. But then he also said, as far as the unionized writer, that someone complained to the union that they felt like he was never going to be satisfied with what they were turning in and that he was just going to continue to ask for rewrites.
Right.
And then the non-unionized writers that he was writing with before, he said that basically they just didn't see it. They didn't, connect with the voice or whatever. So after working with writers in the past, he said, I'm going to do all this shit by myself, which makes more sense to me.
Right.
Now.
It does.
She said in this interview that he should still have writers, which I agree with.
Yes.
And he claims that they have, did he say 4? It was just in front of me here. But that they have shows coming up at Tyler Perry Productions.
Oh, yeah.
That will have
4
their own
shows,
showrunners and writers' rooms. So But as far as, I guess, the ones that he showed in that clip, those shows or whatever, that the viewers want his voice and their, his shows are number one in Black audiences, et cetera, et cetera. And so the doll's not moved. And leave him alone.
Yeah, and I can't blame him for that either. Like, y'all can say my shit is terrible all you want to, but if I'm just getting richer and richer every year, somebody clearly likes it. So, like, okay, you don't, but bitch, you don't have to. I'm doing just fine without your support.
And I saw legions of the girls who were commenting on all of these threads that popped up this weekend about the new movie, Fall from Grace.
Oh, I did not watch that.
Because people were like screenshotting mistakes and continuity errors in the film or whatever, which I would say was mostly bolstered by that work ethic. I don't need y'all hoes.
Yeah,
tweet.
That made it worse. It definitely did.
And a lot of his fans were like, y'all girls don't need to be doing all of this. This is what's wrong with Black people now. Y'all can't do da. So yeah, I'm sure he has tons of fans who don't really give a fuck what he's cranking out because they still enjoy it. And that is fair. So and he also did say that he understood where people were coming from, or how they may have felt offended being writers, knowing writers and feeling like, wow, girl, okay, well.
Or the point that just because you dealt with them people don't mean you can't work with other writers. There are so many people writing. So
again, couldn't explain how Mama came up off of that boat, drier than air,
and said, listen, make sure you run that WGA part,
right?
Because that was an exclusive.
Because Mama was like, hey, so.
She kept asking about the boat thing. Like, the answers were not good enough.
He was like, oh, she snuck out of the house when they were at the reception and snuck on the boat. And Sis was like, yes, but how did she get back onto the boat? She swam up on the boat, but it was moving. No, it wasn't.
Remember? It
was stopped. But why was she dry? Look, just run the goddamn shit that I said, bitch, about the motherfucking WGA, and I'm not doing the rest of this. I was like,
oh God,
extremely entertained by that response.
Tyler said the WGA part was an exclusive, and Aaliyah said so was the mischief how she got on that boat. I was like, this is the best interview I have ever
don't
read.
Equal six. It just does not, and that's the Black ass.
Yeah,
end
this
of
is
it.
a really great interview, and honestly, the only thing it cleared up for me was why Tyler is so anti-writer, because I did not obviously know all this stuff about the Writers Guild, so this makes a lot more sense. Yeah. But I'm glad Aaliyah said you could always work with new people because
it's facts.
This was 8-10 years ago.
It's an excuse. It's not a great one.
Yeah. I mean, and I appreciate more celebrities, please, doing interviews and not being afraid to talk about the real side of shit. Because this is Tyler Perry saying, when it come right down to it, bitch, I'm quite rich. Somebody fucking likes it. I have done so much, and so if y'all don't, then you can just not watch.
It's still no excuse for some of the bullshit that you be putting on TV and on the big screen or wherever the fuck else. But again, if the girls that do flock to go see it don't have a problem with it and they're having a blast or whatnot, y'all are entertained, then who the fuck am I? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going. So,
and he pointed out that The West Wing and Euphoria were all written by, one writer.
So the fuck what?
Right. I mean, the difference is that those shows are really good, but again, just because I don't like Tyler Perry's TV shows don't mean nothing.
And also, you pointing out that white men or whomever have their own, they don't have writers' rooms either, and they write all of their stuff on themselves. Like, of course, nobody's surprised by white people being like, I'm gonna do all of this by myself, and I'm gonna do this and da 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 da. You know what I mean? And again, you giving context makes it, clearer for someone like myself who may have been confused by what you were talking about. But I think the reason that Black writers may have been disappointed is because this is a prominent Black creator, director, writer, and we've celebrated the fact that you've given opportunities to Black people. So, of course, niggas are going to be confused as to why you're not giving opportunities to Black writers. So, y'all bringing up whatever other white man that doesn't do it well, I don't give a fuck about that. The same reason that motherfuckers is like, man. Y'all pointing out that the judge in the movie got the script in front of them or whatever other shit that they screenshot. But what about the last season of Game of Thrones and that Starbucks cup? You mean the Starbucks cup that they flamed to this goddamn
what do you
day?
Mean? White people still won't let that go.
Poor writing in that season that niggas flamed to this day.
Yes.
Just how you like the movie and start.
Right. Don't act like nobody said anything about the fucking Game of Thrones. But don't act like that didn't happen.
Let me tell you something. Just because I don't like it, they don't like it, we don't like it, doesn't mean that you can't just say, I do.
Bitch, I do like it, right?
The end. I don't.
I like a lot of Medea stuff.
I am the only bitch to like something.
Nope.
That's fine with. What are you gonna do? Fight me because I like it and you don't?
I will stand up in that. Whether you like it ain't got nothing to do with me and what we're doing over here.
How many hills I've taken bullets on, bitch, by my motherfucking self? I don't care. Just say you like it.
All right, Tyler.
Other than this, lots of niggas in legal trouble.
Oh no.
Let's just mention Mariah Carey is being inducted in the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Yay.
The Isley Brothers, it seems, are also. This is one of those things that's like, now? Like I didn't
realize y'all wasn't already in it, but okay.
I mean, I don't think I randomly think about the Songwriters Hall of Fame and things like that, but it's just shocking when you think of people like this who've been making music since, I was
80s.
drinking Juicy Jukes out of a box. And so that's strange. Also, I think Biggie is being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I saw.
Oh, okay.
Who else I think is being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I can't remember who that is.
I'm so happy for Mariah. I'm so glad to see her flourishing like this, like so many years after she started. What was that stat? She's the only artist to have a number 1 in 4 different decades. Like, bitch, what is that? Yeah. What is that? That is fucking nuts.
Yeah,
I just love it.
She doesn't stop with the records and the
she
wins
does not.
and the number ones and all of that other stuff. And Mama can literally just be like, here I am doing an intimate show in one of my gowns, singing songs from the 80s and 90s. Oops, it went number 1 again. Like,
the Lemley don't have to argue with nobody. Oh, Whitney's being inducted.
Yes. That's the other one.
And 9 Inch Nails, Depeche Mode. Okay.
I'm into it. I think the Neptunes are also being inducted in the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay.
Eurythmics, William Mickey Stevenson. I don't know who these
Shout out to that other man in, what did you just say? The Neptunes. That one guy.
That's not for real.
The Asian, right? The one that's not for real because
I can't remember his name.
Right. See, can't remember his name, but I'm sure he's very rich and loving his life.
I'm certain of it.
So, you know, literal goals.
Neptune's 3 people? Or am I thinking of a different collective? Was it always just the 2 of them?
I thought so.
Oh, no. I'm thinking of NERD, which is a completely different thing.
Yes, it is. Chad Hugo.
That's his name.
All right.
So, girls, let's talk about the baby first. So the baby,
I don't want to talk about him.
He keeps being found in complicated situations. No, for real.
No, he does.
Because I totally understand this latest one. So he was apparently staying at a hotel in Beverly Hills quite recently and was caught on video shoving one of the workers from the hotel into a literal seat. Like, he actually sat this motherfucker down right at the front of the hotel here.
I love him. While
wearing very bright colors. Like, it's like a lime green and maybe a deep sea blue.
Okay.
So, of course that jumped on to TMZ quicker than, Sonic the Hedgehog runs, because they have, I feel like somebody from TMZ just sits down at the precinct and just waits.
Yeah. They just wait.
Any rappers today? No.
They have like spies in the lobby of every luxury hotel in LA and the surrounding area. They have to.
Maybe they're just tapped into the what is that shit that the police be having where they
scanners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just look out.
They might be listening to police scanners. I would be shocked if they weren't. But TMZ,
the first ones to report a rapper got arrested.
They broke Michael Jackson's death. So they got
like
niggas
before
on the
a nigga
inside.
even died.
Right.
They just guessed. Right.
Everybody was like, bitch, TMZ play too goddamn much. And then I'm just saying.
I think that's how Joe found out he was dead.
Yeah. Through TMZ, like on TV or an interview or something. Like, bitch, what? Fucking nuts.
So Truth Maybe Zero posted this video of Baby putting hands on this man. So Baby had to go and post an iOS and release on his stories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, it starts by saying That hotel worker you see me pushing came up to me outside the hotel and asked could he record a video of me while I was holding my 2-year-old daughter. I calmly and respectfully said, by the way, 2-year-old daughter is in red. All of this is bolded.
Yeah. He emphasizes the things he wants to make sure you see.
Also, for hip-hop iOS releases, pretty well spelled.
He likes to remind us that he went to school.
Grammar?
Yeah,
Not too bad.
it's really not. It's better than a lot of these listeners.
For the ones I see?
Yeah.
I calmly and respectfully said no and explained to him that him posting a video of me at the time would compromise the safety of me and my child by letting social media know where we were staying. This is the truth.
Yes,
That's
it
an
is.
editor's note. I did it.
Right, that's not in there, but it is true.
I mean, it's just common sense. After being told no, still being on the clock at work, he walked to the other side of the parking lot, maybe 50 feet away, and zoomed in while recording a video of me and my daughter on Snapchat after I politely asked him not to and gave him an explanation as to why I didn't want him to. I then handed my daughter to her uncle and walked over to him as he was typing his caption on the video of me and my child, not knowing that I saw him record it. And then I was over his shoulder watching him type the caption. This is all in red. Mm-hmm. I told him to delete the video immediately and take his bitch ass back in the hotel and do his job since he wasn't capable of being professional enough to abide by company policy while doing his job outside of the hotel. Upon entering the hotel, I made him sit down. You did.
You did.
And understand the fact that no video is worth the safety of my child being compromised, especially after I politely explained to him the reasoning behind me saying no. Not to mention the fact that he is at work and his job is to valet park cars, not record customers, and violate their privacy, which I'm 100% sure is against employee policy at the hotel. For some reason, I felt like in this case, it should have been pronounced privacy.
Yes, you should have.
Because I feel like that's
he meant it in a classy way, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I also agree. I am certain this hotel in Beverly Hills has a bitch you better not record no guest here policy. I'm sure they do.
Being a celebrity and being liked by the public is cool and all, but I'm a father before anything, and my number one priority is providing for and protecting the interest of my child. And anybody that don't respect that, I don't want your respect. Also,
big fun. Big fun.
And Team Z, while y'all continuously attempt to assassinate my character with y'all incomplete and judgmental stories, y'all let the Beverly Hills AC Hotel know that my lawyer will be in contact, and if they don't provide my legal team the video of their employee violating company policy by asking me and continuing to record me and my child outside of their hotel while he was supposed to be doing his job, the same way they provided them the video of my reaction, I got a big pretty ass lawsuit on the way with their name on it. Large smiling emoji, baby. I simply agree, Mr. Baby. And furthermore, I feel like that shove was nothing.
Right. He didn't even beat the nigga's ass.
He really didn't.
As was warranted.
You know what I'm saying? He just made sure that he had your undivided attention by getting you the nearest fucking seat. Literally.
But like we said a couple weeks ago, you are at a place now where, like, you cannot just be putting your hands on people.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sadly.
Even when I understand why.
Yeah, because I would have
snapped.
Physical. I would have snapped, and I ain't even got no kids.
You know what I mean? Because, like, okay, there's also a video, like, I saw yesterday of Quavo putting hands on 2 people, including one that was allegedly one of Beyonce's dancers, one of the twins.
What?
So Offset had a Capsule Luncheon launch fashion show.
Oh, I did see
Paris.
that. Well, I saw Cardi.
And so I didn't even see that. I actually didn't see anything from
Cardi
this
looked
besides
sickening, my nigga.
The Quavo. I'm not surprised. Besides this ordeal. So apparently he tried to get into the show. Someone at the door maybe didn't recognize him. He was livid. And apparently one of the dancers was actually trying to help him by being like, nigga, that's Quavo.
Right.
And guess he didn't understand that. Put hands on more than one. And it's like, that situation, nigga, come on now. Now,
it's
how the fuck you have an entourage and nobody is hitting these swings for you?
Right.
Bitch, you done met Rihanna and motherfucking goddamn whoever the fuck else. Look at you. All of these, bitch, you at Live every fucking Monday.
Right.
You don't have to ever like reach out for no lemon pepper wings or no bands when we go down to Magic City. I shouldn't have to punch nobody in the face.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the same thing goes for Baby. But now if Baby did haul back and bust out this motherfucker's 2 front teeth, I would have looked to the left and the right like sunbathing Squidward. Bitch, I didn't see nothing. He asked you
Right.
nicely. You have to understand where this man is coming from.
Right.
It's not just that he's there with, bottles of Hennessy and diamonds and he don't want nobody to know where he's at. He's with his baby, his literal baby.
Right.
So, nigga, act like you have some fucking common sense.
And you are on the clock.
And you're on the clock.
I would be shocked if this young man still has a job. I wouldn't be surprised if the Beverly Hills AC was like, well, listen, girl, you a liability. Because you signed the paperwork when you got here.
Clearly, you ain't got no motherfucking sense.
you don't have no sense. Like, to ask already when you in uniform and on the clock, it's like, you shouldn't be doing this. But then to sneak off and only go 50 feet away and like he don't still see you. Woo.
Nigga. And this is the weird thing about like celebrity and social media and all of that shit. Cause nigga, you couldn't just be like, hey, I saw the baby at work today. You work at a hotel, nigga. You don't think that
all the time.
You think somebody would have thought you were lying?
Remember when we was just sitting outside and we saw Kanye just walk past?
Yes.
It happens all the time. It's LA. So like, what is you doing?
I have lost my Kardashian ass mind and I don't know niggas no more.
That's true.
Because I remember sitting outside of that hotel, me and Asante, and that nigga just walked right out
Just walked
by himself,
right on by.
hopped in the back of a Rolls Royce, and he was on about his business. And I was like, nigga, that was Kanye.
Imagine the valets running up to him like, oh my God, can I have a selfie? Bitch, that would be your whole ass job.
I told Alex right after that, Alex wasn't like, bitch, you lying. Like, nigga, we're at a hotel in LA.
I didn't have to pull out my phone and tape somebody real quick as proof that I saw Kanye. Like, nobody's gonna not believe you.
You can barely walk through LAX without seeing somebody
it's
recognizable.
So
true. So girl,
it's so true.
That wasn't even necessary. Besides the fact that he told you, please do not, for the sake and the safety of my child.
Right. Because if these crazy people know where I'm staying, they will come camp out in the fucking lobby looking for me.
But you probably felt like, okay, A, this nigga a celebrity, B, this nigga a black celebrity, so what the fuck he gonna do? Exactly what the fuck he did do. And you should be thanking your lucky Caucasian stars that he didn't knock them shits circling around your goddamn skull for losing your motherfucking mind.
Was it worth it to lose your job? Was it? Was this video of the baby worth it? Because, like, no shade, I love baby, but he is, like, nowhere near the biggest star that you see in Beverly Hills on any given day. So it's like, you were that pressed. All right, girl.
You must have just got that job and that was the first celebrity you saw. Or the first one that you actually
did you just get to LA? Maybe you just got to LA.
Maybe
from
somebody
Wisconsin.
that you're trying to fuck is a huge baby fan and so you were trying to get some clout points
it don't
or whatever
make sense.
the fuck that's supposed to be.
That does not make sense. People from LA, grew up in LA and all that, they not finna act like that, risk their job over a rapper. Sorry.
I would hope the fuck not. What kind of
maybe Snoop, but not baby.
You're not even just talking about somebody who said they don't want to be filmed. You're talking about somebody who is in parent mode. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even have children. If
don't
I'm
even
looking
come up
after
to me.
one,
right? Don't even come up to
I'm
me
in
when I have a baby with me.
Lion, tiger, and bear mode.
Right.
Anybody could get munched.
And I don't post,
but you know what I mean.
I don't post where I'm at either for the same reason. You never know who's watching. You never know who's looking. You never know who is crazy enough to pull up.
If you think for a second that you posting that video on your Snapchat or whatever could not have possibly led to somebody coming to that very hotel looking for baby, whether that was whether they were actual danger or not.
No, I'm not even thinking danger.
Matter.
No, I'm thinking ridiculous stans who are like coming here to harass this man again while he's with his child. And so then it's not even just your dumbass with a camera. It's 10, 20, 30 people dumbasses with cameras and streaming live and all that shit.
All I'm trying to do is go upstairs, find a fucking menu so my baby can get some nuggets.
Yes.
Because I know you got tendies. I know you niggas got tendies.
Luxury hotel, if they do, it's like $35 tendies.
That's nothing for baby.
Right. Give us 6 plates.
Okay. I'm sure his 2-year-old daughter doesn't eat tendies underneath 75 cool bucks. So, at the end of the day, get them shits fried up or whatever, baked.
Gone in the back.
And that's all the fuck that he was trying to do.
Me.
Now he got to deal with TMZ and video footage of him having to put hands on you. It's just certain things.
Right.
Especially if you haven't been famous for very long.
Yeah.
You know, it's certain things. Cardi was out here putting hands, feet, and elbows and knees on every motherfucking body. And I feel like we'll still probably hit you with a cool Conor McGregor like he did a couple of days ago. Conor McGregor, TKO Donald Cerrone in 40 seconds.
Conor McGregor
at the fight on Saturday.
Donald Cerrone. Who is
Cerrone? Cowboy. Donald Cowboy Cerrone knocked this nigga out 40 seconds deep.
Is Conor McGregor the one I like or no?
I don't know many people.
One of them
that
is
like
annoying and a Trump fan who said something stupid.
Conor McGregor incessantly says stupid things.
Okay. So maybe I don't like him.
I don't know if he's a Trump supporter, but I wouldn't be super shocked. Either way, he definitely walked his ass into there with all of the humility. Press conference with all of the humility after losing to Khabib the year before last.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I have no. Oh, I forgot you into fighting.
A rumble in the jungle.
Oh, man.
Because he was saying all kind of like super racist, anti-Islamic shit to him just because he talks big shit when he fights and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And like
I think this is what I remember.
And just being a complete dickhead. And he lost that fight viciously. And then homeboy hopped over the fucking, hopped out of the ring to go and give his friends and them some shit. I feel like some of his niggas hopped in to give Conor an additional 2-piece. It was nasty. So mama came into this fight and was just like, you know what? I love the Lord. As well as my opponent who I deeply respect. And I'm just happy to be here. And
cleaned it up, huh? And knocked that fucker out in how many seconds?
40 of them. Collected all of his millions and punched.
Ooh, how much did y'all pay for a fight that lasted 40 seconds?
I paid $65.
Damn. Was it worth it?
I mean, the fight in itself, the UFC, what was it, 246 is
I don't know.
a number of fights. The main card itself was like 5 or so fights.
Gotcha.
But his fight, which was the main big bad, that's what we hear to see. That's why T-Mobile Arena is sold out. 40 smooth seconds.
Yikes.
I really thought it was going to go a couple of rounds. I didn't know who would win. I figured maybe McGregor, but I didn't think it was going to happen that quick. But
well, yeah. People don't treat celebrities like actual human beings. No. And they damn sure don't do it to celebrities' kids, which is even worse.
You would think, right?
Because they didn't sign up for that bullshit,
least,
right?
If you see a 2-year-old on this nigga's head,
you
like,
would
right,
respect it.
Let me chill. Especially once again, as he said numerous times in his press release, you at work.
Imagine a stranger walking up to you with a baby on your hip talking about, can I record you? Not even, hey man, I'm a huge fan, love the album, saw you at, whatever fucking venue, you're the best. And then punched it on out. Not even that. You asking to record him?
Even if you are, a little panini pressed, you could have been like, hey, so if I'm still here when you come back out, can we maybe take a selfie or something like that? Mm-hmm. Like if you just had to get a photograph because your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever the fuck was like, look, if the baby comes to your hotel ever,
risk your fucking job.
You get a photograph with him or you don't come home.
Risk your fucking job, Conor, or you're not coming back.
I mean it, Tad.
Woo, y'all gonna learn to stop playing with people.
Also in trouble with the law, rapper Pop Smoke.
Oh, God.
He was arrested recently for transporting a stolen vehicle.
Oh, my God.
So
I just Googled it. Jesus.
Yeah. $375,000 Rolls Royce Wraith. I read Pop Smoke was in communication with the owner of the vehicle and was to exchange like some sort of VIP treatment at one of his shows and some other shit in exchange for using the car for a video or something. But he was allegedly only promised the vehicle for a day. And this was in LA. Okay. So said that the owner had reached out to him for the car back. And I'm assuming that he didn't. I don't see how many times or even if at all. It really just says here that he traced the car to Nevada somewhere.
They definitely have a tracker on them fucking cars.
I mean, clearly.
Absolutely.
But he traced the car to Nevada, I guess, when he was supposed to be getting the car back. Mm-hmm. And then reported it stolen. Also, he also apparently saw the car on Pop Smoke's or Instagram somewhere in a photo that was tagged in New York. So they locked this nigga up.
Okay, well.
He was just released on bail, I think, yesterday. And I think he has to go to court on February 3rd for it.
What's his defense? Or has he not said anything?
I haven't seen a defense or whatever for it at all. I would think that this nigga didn't just assume that he could just take this car.
I mean, you had to know.
There has to be something.
Maybe you thought, oh, they'll just bill it. Oh, my manager will handle it. I can just ride. Like, no, girl, bring us our car back.
The crazy thing, I'm like, Pop Smoke, when I first heard Welcome to the Party, he was one of these newer rappers again. And I was like, let's see how long TMZ and the feds work together to get this one locked up as well. I'm like, I know, especially in New York, these motherfuckers be just listening to every day on genius.com.
Absolutely.
And deciphering everything. So, Mr. Smoke, you say your friend Bloody BK Banks caught approximately 5 bodies the other day. And it says here on your debut record that you know because you were with him. Can you give us a little bit more information on that, Bill? Make a note of this. Because
it sounds like you're an eyewitness to capital murder. We would love to chat.
But this story is random and weird. But the nigga was, like I said, released. He was at dinner with his fellow Brooklyn rapper Casanova, all smiles and things like that. And hopefully he's not going to go down for all of this. Hopefully it was a miscommunication of sorts. And
I mean, did he drive from California to LA? Because did he drive from LA to New York? Because that is ridiculous. How did the car end up in New York?
That's the thing. Was it? Because it didn't have to be. It was tagged in a photo that it was in New York or whatever, but that's all hearsay. I don't know. Okay. The nigga said that he did trace the car to Nevada. I'm guessing Vegas.
So I much sooner believe that he drove to Vegas.
Yeah.
Nobody rich is driving from LA to New York. That is ridiculous. That's like a 3-4 day trip. I'm not doing that.
In a car that's not yours?
Right. No, not doing that. You got to refill the gas and Rolls Royce. You gonna just drive across the country? No, girl. Some parts of these are lots. This child is 20 years old.
Yeah, he's a child.
Holy God. All right.
99.
Your brain not even done growing yet.
So
of course
I read
you did
that,
something stupid.
He's pled not guilty. If he's convicted or whatever, he could face up to 10 years. And nigga, you just got here. You're promising. You know what I mean? So let's hope.
He should not get in a good lawyer should be able to get him fully out of this. This is not that serious. It's not like the car was destroyed. The owner just got it back a little late. Charge a nigga a late fee and let's move on.
Right?
This ain't got to be that big of a deal.
What would Blockbuster do?
He definitely shouldn't be in jail for no years or at all.
10 of them.
America is ridiculous.
It's just so fucking stupid.
Up to 10 fucking years. What, for a car that he got back? What? Oh, it ain't like you robbed the nigga at gunpoint to get it. Ugh.
Also dodging.
Free my nigga Popcorn. Pop Smoke.
Pop.
I like Popcorn. Not the same person.
At all.
Not at all.
Odell Beckham dodged some charges himself.
This was the dumbest shit.
Did you see the video?
No, I did. But I will Google it right now while you tell us the story.
So Odell was at a college football game at his alma mater, LSU.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he's from Baton Rouge. So he's a Louisiana native himself.
Oh, really?
But
that is very interesting. I was born in Belgium. You don't know that. But people from Louisiana know what I'm talking about. Let me see here. Okay, anyway.
So the nigga was at this LSU Clemson game, which are both of their teams called the Tigers?
Yes.
That is odd.
Tiger is a very common mascot.
It is.
Very common.
So LSU won, I guess, and
I love you.
Odell, I don't fucking know. I gave you all the sports that you bitches could go. Okay? MMA is a sport too, bitch. I got ESPN Plus. Fuck y'all hoes.
Woo!
So they won. Odell was in a celebratory mood, apparently, and was in the locker room. Now, I'm guessing these niggas were smoking cigars because it says here in this story that the police were in there trying to tell these niggas to put the cigars out, put out the stogie. Yeah. As Dorothy's
Which, damn, the kids just fucking want to let them fucking celebrate. Wasn't this the championship or no?
I don't know.
I haven't been paying attention this season.
Is it not that time of the year?
But I
just found out the other day the Super Bowl is coming up and it's in Miami. So you know what? Now that I mention that, I would like us to all bow our heads and close our eyes, if we may, just for my studio second.
I will.
Father God, Heavenly Father, Woo! We come to you right now.
Yes, Lord.
Asking and praying diligently that you look after Miami, Florida. Lord God, it may not deserve it, but I have plenty of family and friends. This is serious. Family and friends in the city that mean the most to me and who have done nothing to anybody. You know, my mother is a devout follower of your word. And so I ask God that in the wake of all of the foolishness that is undoubtedly on its way to Miami for this football game and the festivities, the numerous people who will be looking to impregnate or get impregnated.
Amen.
I ask you look after everyone, that we don't have another bath salts zombie situation, that no one gets shot or beaten up unnecessarily, and that the police aren't out there putting boots on niggas and their cars.
That's
in
right.
Jesus' name and amen.
Hallelujah. We pray for traveling grace for all the Instagram hoes and bartenders who will be coming to Miami to make their fucking rent. So this was the national championship game, which makes sense because that's why Odell was there. And so, I mean, I feel like everybody in this locker room is over 18. Yeah, you're not supposed to smoke inside, but they just won a fucking national championship.
Give 'em a break.
LSU has 5-star facilities, like probably up on NFL level facilities. So like, just calm your fucking tits and go have a drink, Derek.
I mean, it wasn't crack. Like, have a celebratory.
You want a cigar too, bitch? Like, I just feel like police they see a bunch of black bodies, and so they just come right on in and be like, no, you guys.
But I'm going to assume that they were just like, girl, just for the complaints.
Please, girl, please.
Just put them out.
Although,
so we
you're
can
in
go
the
home.
locker room. So who is, but anyway.
But that has nothing to do with the fact that apparently Odell Beckham Jr. decided that it was funny or appropriate or well-timed to literally slap one of the cops on his ass during all of this.
I saw that.
Now, when I read this, I thought, no, surely this was a misunderstanding. Maybe he was reaching for something or was turning around real fast and the placement was just all off and that cop was just doing the most, again, because black.
Nope.
And rich. This nigga really hauled back and smacked him on the ass like he was at Freaknik. I'm confused.
And then got in his face.
Like, nigga, did you think you were on an episode of Marion? Or like,
right. Did you forget you black and this is still America?
Was something else in your cigar?
Listen, weed. No, niggas would not have done that. Something else. That nigga was probably too drunk. Like, alcohol have you doing some stupid shit like that.
Why would you do that?
It was off the strength of being Odell Beckham Jr. that he didn't get shot right then and there.
Oh,
I believe that with all my heart.
Odell Beckham is 27. I'd be frightened he's so young. And he's like been Odell Beckham for years.
Well, a long time,
now,
yeah.
So.
Yikes.
Anyway, he wasn't arrested for it, thankfully, because I don't even think it was that serious. And the cop said that he wasn't going to press charges. I learned what the Orleans Parish District Attorney is through this story, because they came forward and basically said, girl, and that was it.
Well, I mean, a parish,
in a matter of speaking.
A parish is just like a Louisiana version of a county.
I mean, I know what that is.
Okay.
But like, I had never heard of this. Like, I had never seen Orleans Parish District Attorney before.
And then to be like, leave me alone with this.
It?
Leave me alone. You know how many crimes were committed in this city after LSU won that game? If you don't leave me alone, we have real shit to handle right now. Real problems.
I also read that he was in this video, Odell, passing out money to some of the players.
Oh, God.
It says on ESPN, the university's athletic department issued a statement Wednesday saying it was aware of videos showing, quote, apparent cash being given to players by Beckham and that it had been in contact with the NCAA and the Southeastern Conference regarding the matter. So I was like, wait, so this nigga he can't even give him money?
No, the NCAA has very crazy rules about what athletes can and cannot accept. It is ridiculous. It really is.
How much money y'all giving him?
Now see, and how much money are y'all spending on them versus how much money are y'all coaches playing? Because elite college coaches make millions. So it's like,
how much do they make?
How are y'all?
I mean, how much does like the school and all that make?
Right. And then that, like, it's just millions and millions of dollars that these kids who are risking CTE and all other kind of injury generate for this school, for these people. So it's just like, are y'all really mad that Odell Beckham, who is not a student or affiliated with the school at all anymore, like, I gave people cash money? Is that really a problem?
Right. Who has like a clear and understandable passion and history with this place.
And can be like, oh, I was once one of y'all, you know, with free tuition and free housing and a $2,000 stipend, and that was
eating
it.
Dominoes.
Right. Still being broke, going to the calf.
Right. Like
it might be
else.
the athlete calf, but still. So I just...
I love you miss eating at college.
You know, OU
like
had
friends.
some really great restaurants, and our meal plans were pretty dope too.
It
I
was
used
nice,
to hang
like,
out.
to be in between classes with your little tribe and just be eating and talking shit and being young and stupid.
Or we would go to the Union.
Everywhere, yeah.
We had a little Africa section where all the black people, all the black kids sat. We used to cut the fuck up in the Union and in the computer lab. I wonder, do they even still have computer labs anymore? Bitch, we used to be in the computer lab.
You mean in general? Or OU?
I mean, OU on campus. I wonder if they, because I mean, I feel like everybody has a computer in their room now and printers, but we used to get in there and get on MySpace and get to cutting, not MySpace, Black Planet, bitch.
Woo!
And cut the fuck up.
The little glittery doll baby bitches that
Yes! Everybody with them glittery ass Boondocks characters. All the AKAs had Jasmine shining all
right,
on their
with her pink and green
page.
on.
Yes. The Kappas and them candy canes, just gifts. Boy, what a time.
Wasn't Solange trying to create a Black Planet resurgence? So she promoted
what happened to
like
that?
her tour or something on Black Planet. What a time.
She probably thought about it like, oh no, we don't need to bring that back.
Because I definitely was going up to the computer lab or to the library or whatever and shifting my top 8 around.
All the time. Make sure you lick my G-spot before you leave.
Gross.
That was how niggas said, sign my guest book.
That's disgusting.
I know. I bet the young people don't even know what guest books are.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wow. So way back in the olden days of the internet, before it was common to like leave comments on people's profiles, there was like a section where you could do that called the guest book to kind of like let somebody know you had come by and visited their page.
What website?
This was on Black Planet.
Oh, yeah.
And so lots of people would be like, make sure you lick my G-spot before you leave my page.
See,
I have never
heard that.
See, it's just
before.
A few years between us, but you know, old
also,
millennial versus
G-spot
younger.
Seems kind of impossible.
It was deliberately sexual and ridiculous. Yeah, it was. Man, that was a fucking time.
Speaking of G-spots,
right. Anyway, what was we talking about?
Rihanna and that fine ass man she was dating are apparently no longer dating after an alleged 3 years together, or near 3 years. Hassan Jamil, his name, that fine ass billionaire ass man that she was keeping her business to herself with, but also photographed tonguing down in the pool occasionally and stuff like that. One of the few hetero situations that aroused me. And, you know,
but see, that was the paparazzi's fault. Rihanna was never going to tell us about that nigga.
Ever
that was
in life.
None of our business, bitch.
Ever in life.
So
I do think eventually she was speaking to, what magazine was it? Was it Vogue or Us? Someone she spoke to once when she did an interview, and she was just like, yes, I am dating, and it is nice, and I am happy. All right. Anything else?
That's all I'm saying about it. Don't ask shit else.
I don't know how this information has become reported all over the place, because how do you know? Like, Us Weekly, I guess, is the one who broke this story. And of course, it simply says, a source tells Us Weekly exclusively. So I thought to myself for a while now, like when you read stories like this where it's like, a source says such and such, does someone's team send like a tip and be like, hey girl, y'all can print this? Or what? Because how are we supposed to believe this?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, these sources are almost always anonymous. So it's like, you could be the source, girl, or pulling this out your ass could be the source. It doesn't necessarily mean this really came from the team. And I feel like if Rihanna and this boy, really did break up or whatever, like they probably haven't been together nonstop over the past 2 or 3 years. They have probably broken up and gotten back together or seen other people briefly and then started fucking around again or whatever.
Yes, minding their
multiple
literal
times.
business.
Right, because Rihanna keeps us out of this side of her life. So we literally don't know. So if she decided she was done with him or tired of him or he did or it was mutual, whatever, I wish her the absolute best. But
yeah,
Rihanna's a bad bitch.
She really
should be
is.
just fine.
I'm all team Rihanna. If that means that the album was coming late so you can write the perfect diss record or the perfect fuck these niggas song or whatever it is. If it's fuck that nigga, I'm about fuck that nigga too. If it's, he's a great person and God bless him, same. And whatever you're on, girl, I'm on. Cause Black and Islands. Although, wow, this nigga is fine.
He is. And quite rich.
Like...
very, very rich.
Yes, the fuck, ma'am.
I'll take all of that. I sure will. Give me all of that.
Rihanna was spotted recently helping A$AP Rocky and the rest of them celebrate A$AP BM's Day, the day that they celebrate the A$AP BM's the young man that passed.
Oh, A$AP BM. I thought you were saying A$AP BM. I was like, his baby mama? She got a day? I was so confused.
No.
Oh, yes. I do remember the young man who died.
She was all smiles at this celebration that they do, it seems, annually now. So Mama's out here working continuously, still selling us panties and foundation.
Still not telling y'all when the album is coming out.
I don't even...
Selling books. I bought her big ass, ignorant ass book.
Oh, did you?
I did. It's on my coffee table right now.
I didn't get a copy yet.
It is the How to Make Lemonade book is pretty big. This one is like it's massive.
I've seen photos of it before.
It's heavy as fuck, man.
As well as that like I think at the Diamond Ball maybe where they were auctioning these books off, like some of the richer girls got an actual not a podium, but like something marble, I believe, that holds it.
It was a little podium for it. It was like a stand for this book. Yeah.
But like the most luxurious, bad bitch, expensive, wealthy ass.
Wasn't it like $10,000 or something?
I was just like, girl, I'll take the book. Maybe just a couple pages. I don't know what I can afford.
Right, because it was still a $200 fucking book. So
right. I need one of those as well as
But it is great on the coffee table and people automatically open it up because who don't want to see 1 trillion high color, high def pictures of Rihanna? We all want to see that
as well. Whatever it is that you're ready to really. Is it on Amazon?
God make no mistakes with that face. I think I bought mine on Amazon. Yeah.
It's on Amazon.
Yes, you can get it on Prime probably.
$100.
Wait, did I spend $200 on this? Or that's right. View this order because I know if this dropped in price $100, I'm fighting somebody.
This one is a limited edition featuring a tattooed handstand.
Oh no, I'm lying. I spent $199.
That's okay. See, girl, now
see $199. I was thinking $199.
Is this cover different?
Hey, that's $50 off the list price. Okay. I'm sorry. I just love a good deal.
Now, see, this stand is cute, but I'm trying to declutter my life. And I'm trying to ask myself, do I need the stand?
No. I mean, the stand is going to take up space. Do you have somewhere for it to go?
No.
See, so then just get the book.
I'm literally just hit by now.
It's gorgeous. I mean, it is.
The cover alone is sexy.
God made zero mistakes on this person. She is flawless, bitch. It don't make no fucking sense. Noah came over and was like, it's a Rihanna book? I'm like, yeah, girl.
Well, at least I got this since I got nothing from Ivy Park. I mean, 6 minutes? 6 minutes. I hate y'all.
I said, was Adidas not prepared? What is going on?
When all of the hype from the gifts and stuff was coming on, I was like, all right, put the vape down. Figure out when this stuff launches.
Yes.
And I went straight to Ivy Park. I got to the Adidas website and it said launching soon or coming soon. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, probably in a newsletter or something. They're going to announce the exact date soon. The next day, they were all gone. So
I mean, as soon as and I thought it was a pre-launch. So niggas was going crazy during the pre-launch and it sold out so fast. I was like, okay, that's just because it was the pre-launch, blah, blah, blah. They'll have like way more in the next day. No, the pre-launch just meant, I guess, only on Adidas and then at other retailers the next day. But then it was gone immediately there too. Like, gone from ASOS or Finish Line or whoever else had it. And I was just like,
I really love the color scheme.
Like, bitch, first of all, I want that big ass, ignorant ass parachute thing, which is not part of the line, not being sold. I want it badly. I want that.
Like the girls.
Desperately.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I saw Janelle Monáe in that thing and I was like, I need it in my life.
Her unboxing or whatever you call it
was adorable. When she got her ass in that box, I was
Reese
like,
Witherspoon was cute too.
It was, her and her mama. Oh, and Sierra's. Sierra's was a flex.
I didn't see her.
Sierra filmed them in the car. You can hear the baby in the back talking, and Russell's driving, and they're driving in their driveway. But of course, it's like a mile long, and there's a fucking orchard all around it.
Driving in their driveway,
they are.
and I know what you mean.
They're coming down their driveway, and it is so. It's like they're pulling up to the house, and then out of nowhere, there's this just giant orange box. And Sierra was like, oh my God. And Russell's like, damn, it's big enough to live in and all this. And so, the orange boxes and all that, that's fine. But I wanted that parachute dress. It isn't available. But then I had like my eye on a few other things, a couple pairs of shoes, and you bitches snatched it all up. And I just refuse to believe that Reebok don't have the money to produce enough of this for, right. But don't Adidas own Reebok? Anyway, point is, y'all got enough money to have made enough of these clothes for it to not have sold out in 6 damn seconds. And yes, I am just mad because
Me too,
I didn't get it. You're right. I sure am.
I'm actually right on time for a tracksuit I'm never going to take off right now.
Yes.
Right now I've been wearing the same Nike hoodie and Nike sweats that I also didn't pay for.
Okay.
Literally everywhere. I know these motherfuckers in my building are like, does she have anything else to wear?
No, I sure don't. I wanted that jacket. I thought about that jumpsuit, but I don't know about jumpsuits and me. I'll probably have to get it tailored. But there was just so many things that I had my eye on, and none of it is available.
They'll come back around at some point.
Oh, well.
I mean, what am I supposed to do? Die?
I mean, no, right. I'll be okay. The videos of Beyonce modeling the stuff are perfect. They're perfect. She's so cute.
That's going to be it today for our hot tops. We're going to take a break and then we're going to go through your letters. So listen, this week's episode is being brought to you by Everlane. Everlane only makes premium essentials using the finest materials without traditional markups. What does that mean? It means that you never have to overpay for quality clothes. Everlane wants you to know what you're paying for and why. So they tell you their real costs and are radically transparent about every step in their process, from the materials that they use to the ethical factories they work with. So if you're one of those very kind-hearted, warm people who's like, listen, it matters to me where I get my clothing.
That's right. Sustainable.com.
This is for you because the clothes feel good. They look good. They cost, an efficient amount of money, and you get all of this other information along with it. Because Everlane sells directly to you, their prices are 30 to 50% lower than traditional retailers, and they've got essentials like their Cotton Crew t-shirt. They're exactly what they should be: simple, stylish, and made from quality materials.
That's right. And you get to feel good about your purchases. You're not contributing to child labor or something overseas. Yep. You get to feel a lot better about things. They have a great puffer jacket that I got for the winter. Had to pull that out just a couple of days ago. Really love my jeans. I got some leather shoes from there, an Everlane dress that I adore. So yeah, you have to go check them out. They are clean, sustainable, ethical, all those great things. And you can check out our personalized collections at everlane.com/theread and get free shipping on your first order. So again, go check out Everlane. Love their stuff. That's everlane.com/theread, everlane.com/theread. Let them know we sent you. Let's move on.
We are back. Time for your listener letters.
It is. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may read them aloud on the show. Just a note for those of you who are sending in letters. If they are ultra long, like sometimes y'all be like, sorry for the long letter, and it's not actually that long, but sometimes y'all say that and then you're like, okay, here's the backstory. And it's like a separate section. And then the real story is like another 18 paragraphs, and it's like, let's just keep in mind that these are supposed to be fairly short. Okay. So we have an update actually from a woman we called Donna. She sent this in last September. It was about her best friend having an affair, but she asked if she ruined the marriage because her friend her friend had mischaracterized her to her man. Remember? It was, so she had cheated on her husband because he had stepped out on her. And so her husband thought that she had introduced her friend to this nigga and they exchanged numbers. But no, that's just what the friend said. She lied on her, threw her under the bus so that her man wouldn't be as mad.
Vaguely?
Okay. So anyway, she said, I wanted to give y'all an update. On New Year's Eve, I reached out to our mutual friend to get my friend's new number because she had been on my mind, and I wanted to reach out and send a New Year text. The mutual friend didn't reply right then, but a few hours later, I received a heartfelt text message from my friend. She thanked me for being her friend and having her best interest in mind and wished me nothing but the best.
And traveling down the road and back again? I wasn't not going to do it.
She also apologized for getting me caught up in her infidelities and bullshit and said I was never the enemy and she was wrong, and apologized from the bottom of her heart. It felt so good and it made me feel a lot better with regards to the situation. I'm not sure where our friendship will go, but I'm so grateful that this was the start of my new year. Thanks for your advice. Y'all are great. Happy New Year.
Oh, I love when y'all give us good updates.
I'm so glad, Donna, that things worked out between you and your friend and that she was able to be like, yeah, bitch, I was wrong. If you can't say that to friends when you know you fucked up, then
are you friends?
I just don't know. Right. I just don't know how you expect to ever have a healthy relationship if you're not willing to do that. Yeah. But okay. So our first question this week comes from, let's call her Jasmine. She says, she said, call me light, bright, and trying to get right, but I'm going to call you Jasmine.
Right. I like Jasmine.
I'm a 34-year-old single mom, and me and my 2 kids are currently living with my upper middle class parents in their home. Let me go ahead and say now that I have terrible taste in men, and both of my children's fathers have nothing to do with them and don't give a fuck about paying child support.
Admitting is the first step.
My youngest is 9 months old, and my parents made the rule that if I go back to school and get my degree, we could move in with them and they would help me with daycare and paying back my loans. I am fully aware that I am extremely blessed and undeserving of such gifts because they sure as hell don't have to do any of it. Sure don't. The problem is my parents hang these things over my head and constantly remind me that I ain't shit every chance they get. Lord, my car gave out 3 months before the baby was born, and so my dad is basically our lift.
Woo! I know that nigga gives it to you from point A all the way to point B.
While he takes me to school and back, if I even need to go to the grocery store for tampons, he'll say something like, should have picked better niggas so they could pay for this bullshit. My mother, who is less rude, asks to spend time with the kids on the weekends, and then when it's time for them to come back with me, she'll say, I wish your ass had graduated when you were supposed to. That way I'd be able to enjoy this time with them like a normal grandma. Or she'll say, never forget, you could have been a better person by now.
Damn.
That is fucked up.
Yeah, that one sucks.
I'll cook breakfast and forget to clean up the stove. My mom will remind me.
Come on now.
And then my dad comes behind her and says, trifling ass, where the whole house can hear it. And when I say, can you please not be so rude? My mama says, you need to respect your father. Look at all he's doing for you, etc. Again, I fully understand that I need to respect their house, their wishes, and being a parent comes first. But I never go out. I don't hang out with my friends. I don't even buy beer for me to enjoy in the house. Is there any advice you can give me as to how to keep within my Black daughter boundaries? Is there any advice you can give as to how to keep within my Black daughter boundaries while still telling them that the constant disrespect and insults are not acceptable nor appreciated? I often find myself in genuine emotional pitfalls because I know I really ain't shit, but I am certainly trying to do better. Thanks, and know that I wouldn't be able to survive without your show. Sincerely, Jasmine. Well, that's very sweet, girl, but you would be just fine without us. Trust.
So your dad's hilarious and mean.
Your mama is just mean. That was just mean. You could have made something of yourself by now, or you could have been a better person by now. That is fucked up.
What did you necessarily
am I a
do that
mediocre person? Right.
You a bad person. I know you've admitted to having kids, I guess, with niggas that ain't
maybe because you didn't get a degree.
Do with
I don't know.
How does that make you not a good?
Bougie parents, if you don't if you don't do at least as well as they did, they have a real tendency to look down on you for that.
I don't even think that's just bougie parents. This is parents that just, period. Like, it sounds to me like they are just, they are helping you out of obligation or their feelings of obligation, and not because they have the desire to, like, the real desire to help you or whatever. Your mama flat out told you, I wish I could love your kids more because, you know... I mean, she basically said I would have a better time with your grandkids if you could take them home. You know what I mean? If I could see them when I chose to, or if you could bring them around eventually, you know, every now and then.
Yeah.
But the fact that I'm essentially helping you to raise them in my home is like, what is it? I mean, look, it's not a mystery that parents, especially Black and brown parents, can be like...
cold-blooded, yes. Heartless,
when it comes to this kind of stuff. Obviously, you've got to come up with your own game plan, you know what I mean, for your exit. But I think that if you haven't by now, I would definitely say to both of my parents that I want to sit down and talk to them. And I would tell them exactly what you just said, which is that you understand that you've kind of put yourself and them in a compromising situation, I guess. Is that even compromising? Whatever.
Well, you can say, you know, I understand that y'all probably thought, shit, we finna retire, kick back, enjoy this empty house or whatever.
See, I don't even care about that.
And I understand, like, y'all are feeling a bit put upon. Like, you feel like you kind of have to bail me out here because of your grandkids. I get that.
You've admitted that you already struggle with feeling bad about yourself due to X, Y, and Z, right? Mm-hmm. If your parents actually care about you, like the child that they made, then I don't understand, or I would not think that they would want to add to you feeling terrible about yourself. Aside from the fact that stuff that they say is just flat out hurtful and disrespectful. Yeah. I think that you probably just need to really sit down and look at both of them in their eyes and say, I'm grateful for what you're doing for me. I'm thankful for the fact that you're helping me out. But the things that you say to me sometimes are really fucking hurtful, you know?
And they're probably not going to completely stop.
Yeah, I'm not saying
even after you say that.
I'm not even saying that they would stop. I'm saying that you have to at least make a sincere effort to let them know how you're feeling.
Right.
And from there, if it continues, then you know where you stand.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And once you're out, you know what to do then too. Right.
Because you don't get to just shit all over me and then think when I move out, we going to be all hunky-dory and super close. No, girl. That is not how that works. So this one is rough because, like, the things your parents are saying, like, some of it is really crossing the line for me. Yeah. But I also don't really believe in that whole, you know, we're Black, so kids have to stay in a kid's place and you have to respect your parents no matter. Like, I don't believe in Black daughter boundaries. I believe in I live in somebody else's house boundaries. Like, I believe in that. Yeah. And so regardless, if you that daughter, cousin, just some neighbor they took in or whatever, if you living in somebody else's house, you do need to clean up after yourself. Like, if you cooking or whatever, you do need to turn around and clean up the stove, wash the dishes. Like, you don't need to be letting that shit sit there.
It's literally the least you can do.
Right. Like, you should be cleaning up after you and your kids, all that shit. That should be a given. But you know, the respect should go both ways. If you're showing respect to them in their home, then they can at least not berate you with their words. Like, that's not asking for too much.
Yeah, there's respecting someone's home and time and space and all of that stuff. And then there's respecting someone just as a human being.
Yes.
Especially as, like,
and I feel like they don't have that. Well, maybe they have that for you, but they are doing a very bad job of showing it.
I mean, you need to go and get you your personals at the grocery store or wherever. And this nigga's like, you should have been with a nigga who was doing all this stuff for you. Do you think that I would not like to be with a nigga who is paying for every goddamn thing that I have or need? Right. You think that? Why don't we hit the streets and find one? When the last time you looked for a good nigga out in the streets? Never, not once. So fuck that.
Right, like a little empathy here goes a long ass way. But if you, especially if they're these like Jack and Jill niggas who are like, we're light skinned, we marry other light skins, we're rich, we got advanced degrees.
She said light, brighten, and
right. I wasn't just pulling that out my ass.
I forgot about that part.
I Oh God, please don't give the light skins another reason to come for me. But like, they sound to me like these type of people who are like, well, we did things the proper way, and that's why we're rich and comfortable and successful and our lives are happy. And you went out and fucked around and had 2 kids and you're not married and you didn't have a degree, and that's why your life is trash, and we get to yell at you about it until you get your shit together. But that shame is not an effective motivator. All you do is make people feel worse about themselves. If you want to inspire somebody to do better, then you uplift them. And that's what you need to be doing for yourself. You need to advocate for yourself at the very least. Like Kid Fury said, it's not a guarantee that they will change their behavior, but you owe it to you to be like, hey, y'all could also not talk to me like I'm 34 fucking years old, dog. I'm still a human being. Don't treat me like a dog from the street.
Like, newsflash, I didn't walk in here thinking I was Hillary Banks.
Right.
I know.
And like,
I have
you
things
right.
going.
I left grease splatters on the stove. I will do better. But the rest of this, like, I'm so sorry that I need tampons. Like, I'm sorry I have to go to school. Don't you want me to go to school? Like, why are you offering to help me and then bitching about the help? See?
Because parents feel like they can.
So hopefully y'all can have this conversation and they'll see where you're coming from, and everybody will try really hard to respect each other more. But maybe not, and you just have to say, listen, I'm a hustle. I'm going to take this help. I'm going to let this shit roll off my back as much as I can. And when I have my shit together and everything is straight, me and my kids is getting the fuck up out of here. And that could be it as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't let this go without saying something.
Because the agreement was like, how was it? If you can come and stay here, if you go back to school?
If you go back to school, you can come stay here and we'll cover everything and we'll help you pay back your loans.
It's like, why did you even? Someone's like,
because you know she need that help. But
right.
like, why would you offer it just to be a bitch?
It's like the person who lets you borrow some money, and then every fucking day they're just like, the girls really should just get jobs and have like just like a steady income out here. It's important. It's important, Keisha. It's important. Like, bitch, you should have you're not the girl to lend money out.
Yeah.
It's clearly that it's not you.
Because you don't want to do it. Like your parents don't want to help you.
Right, obviously.
Which is, that can be, oof. Also, therapy would be great here if you can at all afford it or swing it, because the fact that your parents are doing this, it just raises all kind of flags for me. But you deserve to speak up for yourself and say, hey, don't talk to me like I'm just some nobody ass bitch. Like, I'm still a person with feelings and you're hurting them.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck. This next question comes from Mimi, who says, my girlfriend and I are both 32 and we have been together for 5 years. We have fun, laugh a lot, friends and family get along, sex is great, etc. We have some differences in personality, but we've always overcome them through our willingness to compromise. Our 2 major differences and the reasons for this letter are our disparities in income and education.
Oh boy.
Yep. I work at a call center for a large cable provider. I've worked for the company for 14 years. I make about $75,000 and I love my job and the people I work with. $75,000 is great for a call center.
I despise
She
it.
loves it. I have a good work-life balance, 6 weeks of vacation, great benefits, and I'm just satisfied overall.
Well, amen. I'm happy for you.
I'm a 6-foot-tall black stud with tats and piercings.
Yes, the fuck, man.
Whew, have to admit, it got a little warm when I read that. And that has never gotten in the way of me advancing with the company, which is another thing I really love about my work.
Okay.
I never went to college, and unlike a lot of the people who are striving to be better than the generations before them, I come from a long line of highly educated people. Both my mother and father and grandparents on both sides have graduate degrees, and all 4 of my siblings. I just didn't want to go. I was a good student, but school never moved me, and I got a good job I liked the year after graduating high school, and I'm still with them. I made my choices, and I have not lost a wink of sleep. My girlfriend, on the other hand, works as a consultant, makes almost $200,000, and is very upwardly mobile. No one in her family went to college before her, and she takes a lot of pride in the fact that she is the first. She's her family's shining star, and she views education and professional success as ways she has overcome her past and shaped her future. I love this about her, but obviously we're headed towards our problem.
I know their sex is just fancy. You mentioned it.
Why did I assume they lived in Atlanta? Maybe because they're black lesbians, but $275,000, you're doing just fine in pretty much any city. I just assumed.
They could have been literally any the goddamn where, but you know what? They probably are. That's so funny.
Okay. These differences were never issues for us in our relationship until about a year ago. At first, she used to say, I love your work ethic. I love how passionate you are about your job. But now she is always giving these constant passive-aggressive digs.
Well, she must listen to City Girl.
She says things like, how could a person work in one place for so long? Or when we socialize with colleagues of hers, she speaks about my job in vague terms. And answers questions that people ask about my job like it's something mystical and beyond explanation. I hate even being around them because I feel like I have to misrepresent myself, and it's clear to everyone that she's uncomfortable and embarrassed by my job.
Wow.
We were at happy hour with her friends recently, and one of them pulled me to the side and apologized on my girl's behalf because she kept cutting me off when I was telling stories about work.
Wow.
Her new thing is constantly talking about me going to college. She's always showing me stats about people who went back to school as adults and pulling up degree programs online, and asks me even, do you sometimes think it embarrasses your family that you didn't go to college? But it's honestly not for me. I don't want to go, and I don't care if anyone is embarrassed because I'm not. I respect people who want that journey, but I'm not one of them. As far as I'm concerned, if I want to learn, I'll read a book or watch the news. It's not that I don't want more or am complacent, but I have a path for even more growth where I am. So the question is, what do? I can feel things shifting in my girlfriend's perspective, and I don't want to lose my relationship. It's a really good one, and I always felt like we would be that couple that beat the odds and made it despite these differences. My dad used to always tell me that we would get to this point where she would get restless and want more out of me, and I hate to feel like he was right.
Work, Dad.
Should I go to school for her sake? How can I communicate that it's offensive to me that she feels like she thinks less of where I am financially and professionally? Have we just reached a point where we diverge in ways we can't overcome? Any advice is appreciated. Sorry, this thing was beloved length. It wasn't that bad, Mimi. But yeah, that is her letter.
Girl. So I hear all what you're saying about standing the test of time right now and all of that stuff. But one of the major things that splits couples up is things like this.
Yep.
You know,
money
income,
is huge. Yep.
Work, and all that stuff. Money is definitely a thing. It's unfortunate that it seems like this shift is taking place after y'all have been together for 5 years, and that's like a decade in lesbian. So
20.
Yeah, okay.
It's a good 20 years.
So especially if it went on and off.
5 years in the same house? No, bitch, we're married.
I don't know. I think that this is another in-depth conversation that needs to be had, and she needs to be like crazy honest.
Yeah.
Like both.
And she needs, your girlfriend does too. She needs to be, because you're right. It's obvious that she's embarrassed.
I meant the girlfriend first.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
yes,
both of you do.
Right.
She has to be honest about it, because it is obvious that she's embarrassed about it or whatever. And the fact that like friends of hers are coming and being like, so I don't know what that weird shit was about. I don't give a fuck about, you know.
Sorry, she's a bitch.
Whatever. That was weird.
Yeah.
You know.
I love call centers, girl. Tell me about your job or whatever. Like, it's sad that her friends are better about this than she is.
I don't know what it is maybe that she was expecting. But if y'all are happy outside of that and healthy and aren't wanting for anything and you're both pulling your weight, then I don't think that she should have a problem with it. If her problem is simply the fact that she has this job and makes this amount of money and you have this one to make this amount of money at the end, then I just feel like that's ridiculous. If you're not struggling, you know what I mean, financially,
right,
and, you know, y'all are good and you're happy and she just don't like the fact that you work at a call center or didn't go to college or whatever the fuck, she should be happy for you. Like, she should not only be happy for you, but she should want you to be happy in what you are doing.
Right.
And maybe she just finds it shocking that you could be happy working at a call center. Honestly, I do too. And that's only because I have done it and I hated every living second.
I loved working at a call center.
But I hate many, if not most things. So you shouldn't even listen to what I'm talking about. But no, I literally,
you don't know how to act in call centers.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about the person who was literally almost sued for disrespecting the entire company, their time, and
playing with their
phone. But enough about me. I think that yeah, she needs to be like, she should be happy that you are happy, and then not only that you're happy, but that you are supported at your work, you're given the opportunity to progress and grow at work, that you're not judged, ostracized, or mistreated for the way that you present or the way that you identify. Like, if you're good and the bills are paid and y'all have tried the Popeyes chicken sandwich and everybody is fine, she should be happy for you.
She should.
So I don't understand what the problem is, but like, I hear what you're saying about wanting to be, y'all been together for all of these years and wanting to be the perfect couple and all that stuff. But like I said, this is one of those things that eventually breaks people up. And some people, it takes 5 years, 6 years, 7, 8 years for them to realize that you are never going to transform into this person that they envisioned you being when y'all first started kicking it together. People really will be dating your motherfucking ass for years and years and years. And you have no idea that they're trying to morph you into this vision that they had of you. When you were never that person, never intended on being that person, and were fully under the impression that we were cool the way that we both were. So
she wanted her high-powered corporate, studsman doing big deals or whatever and working in some high-powered fancy job. But like Kid Fury said, you might actually be miserable if you went to school, got a degree just for this girl, got some corporate job, and then all of a sudden you got white people breathing down your neck about being a stud or wearing this or microaggressions that, like, or you could just go on down to AT&T. That's not where you work, I'm just saying. But you could just go clock in, have fun at work. It's a pizza party or whatever. You take a couple calls, you grade some calls. Because you've been there 14 years. Like, I'm sure you a manager or some shit. You got a team at this point. And you make it $75,000. I'm sure you can take care of yourself. It's not like you need her money. So this is really just her being embarrassed of where you're at in life, as if there's something wrong with it. And that's the problem as far as I'm concerned. Like, for her to be kind of looking down on you because you don't want to go to school or... To people around you. I don't even think it's the amount of money you make. You okay?
Right. Why are you
I don't think it's your salary. If you made $75,000 and you were stressed out working 60 hours a week as a brand new lawyer or something, I feel like she would be a lot happier with that, which is really fucked.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you should talk to her straight like that. Like, would you rather me be miserable so that you don't feel embarrassed by me? Because that's clearly what's going on here. And if you expected me to turn into a Tyler Perry character, I'm not finna do it. Oof. This is my life.
Lace front will not fit.
This is who I am. I fucking... First of all, the lace front never fits. But, if you have an issue with where I'm at in life, not going to school, working at a call center and all that, then... And it's like to the point where you feel like you have to like look down on it or constantly ask me about all this other shit, then she needs to decide whether it's important enough to her to stop being a bitch. Like, I think your girlfriend...
I mean, it's kind of straight.
I think you need to ask her, like, would you like to let this fucking go and let me be happy, or would you like us to break up? Because you're embarrassed by me and I'm not going to put up with that.
I'm not complacent. I don't feel that way. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. My family is fine.
Like, yeah, there are things I want to do in life, but I can grow at this job that I love. So...
And also, like, my job isn't my life. It's not... my existence.
Right.
And neither is yours. Yes, we should feel fulfilled. And, it's a blessing if we can actually enjoy the job that we have, that we're bringing home money, because most people can't say that. But my life, at least, I don't know, maybe people view things differently, but like in my eyes, my life is when I come home, like to you, being here with one another.
Our life together.
And watching whatever on Netflix or Hulu or whatever the fuck, and eating whatever the fuck garbage it is we're gonna eat, and laying up. Like, that's my life, and I'm happy in that, as well as the job that I have. So it feels like less like you're trying to help me achieve something, and more like you are trying to make me this person that you will feel more satisfied with and less embarrassed by. And that's 100% your problem.
Right. Because it's not even her friends being like, why are you dating such a broke bitch? Oh my gosh, she answers phones for a living or whatever. It's you. Like, it's not her family because she's the first one to go to college. So it's you. So you need to decide, is this embarrassment worth it to you? Do you need somebody who is quote unquote on your level that bad? Because if so, we need to cut this now so you can go find that bitch and I can go find somebody who appreciates me for who I am right now today because I like it.
Do you know how many?
Wow.
Do you know how many girls out here would love a nice?
I wasn't even going to say it, but 6 feet tall, bitch. When most of them are 5'3", how dare you? Oh my fucking, like, bitch, you looking a gift horse in the goddamn mouth right now. 6 feet tall with a good job, vacation, benefits, come home every night. $75,000, meaning she not in your pocket. Girl, I wish the fuck I would. Anyway.
You're going to have to tuck that.
You know, some people receive blessings and they don't know what to do with them.
Tie up that do-rag tail and get to business. Let her know what it is.
6 feet tall. Okay. All right. Last question comes from Melissa. She says, I've been with this guy for a year and we're both in our late 30s. Everything about him is great.
Except
he's super attentive, affectionate. I don't know why y'all always do this.
Right.
Affectionate, protective, and most importantly, I've never felt this secure in myself in a relationship before. I don't doubt for a second that he's faithful, honest, and all about me. He loves my body and all its imperfections.
And he saves fucking animals from the rainforest and fucking takes care of everybody's baby. What's the problem?
However, there are trust and abandonment issues on his side, not mine. We had a convo early in our relationship about previous relationships we've been in, and I knew one of his exes was stealing from and cheating on him, and another was really selfish.
You could just pick one.
Right, like, bitch, you did both. Then there's the ex he was with for 10 years that he didn't tell me exactly how or why they broke up. Keep in mind, he didn't bash her he didn't say, this doesn't say her actually. Keep in mind, he didn't bash them when he told me about it and stated it kind of matter-of-factly, so it didn't raise an alarm for me at first. We recently had a falling out because the neighbor, who is a kid who can't be older than 20, was being chatty with my daughter and I in my driveway. This man flipped out on me, called me a liar, accused me of cheating, etc. I told him that I suspect this boy has a crush on my daughter, who is 19, but he is hell-bent on assigning negative motives to the strangest things. This happened right before...
Wait. So this nigga who lived next to you is like a year, maybe a couple of months older than your kid.
Yes.
You're in your late 30s. And so he sees y'all talking... you and your daughter
talking to the
same
neighbor,
age as this
right?
nigga, and assumes that you're the one fucking with the...
He's trying to get in your daughter's pants. I don't know.
Wow.
What your man was thinking.
Oh.
Okay.
I'd ask who heard him, but you told us that part.
This happened right before Christmas, and I thought we moved past it, but the shit came up again a few days ago, and he said, I ain't forget about... oh my God. I ain't forget about what happened with the neighbor. Wow.
What happened with the neighbor?
Nothing. I suggested he seek therapy, not in a condescending way, but in a, you have some unresolved shit you need to work out, and it's not my job to hold your hand and walk you through it kind of way.
Nor is it your expertise.
And he said he'd think about it, but he didn't feel like he needed therapy. This behavior only cuts me so deep because he's perfect in every other way. Girl. I have trust issues too, but I check myself often and have also seen a therapist for my shit, so I have some tools to work through those emotions and thoughts, and I surely don't vomit them on him. Part of me feels like stepping away and leaving him to figure it out, but I really do care for and love him. However, I feel like if I stay and he doesn't seek help, we'll keep repeating this cycle and causing undue stress, anxiety, and emotional turmoil for us both. I'm conflicted and I have a nagging feeling y'all will vote for a breakup. Oh, Lord.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Huh, girl, did you think so? Sincerely, what did I call her? Melissa.
First of all, I just want to say, y'all be coming out here with these long ass fucking thesis papers about all of the good things about your significant other or whatever the fuck. And then you're like, the one thing about him is this dramatic, ridiculous, goddamn breakup worthy thing. And it's just so unfortunate because everything else about him is great. As if it was like, if it were two bad things,
right,
then I could understand it.
Right.
But you know, it's just the one thing, him being ridiculously insecure and assuming that I'm sleeping with a 20-year-old, or the fact that he drove my mama car through the check cashing place or some other dumb shit. Like, girl, it doesn't need to be multiple horrible things. It could be one really stupid thing that's like, okay, yeah, you're clearly not the one.
Some things are deal breakers for a reason. That means them all by themselves break the deal.
That's what it means.
A man having trust issues that end up with him like exploding on me because he thought you calling me a liar? You calling me out of my name and a liar and accusing me of cheating on you, another grown ass person with a 20-year-old because you saw him talking to me and my daughter who is the same age. Like,
and then go talk about and I ain't forget about this shit.
And then brought it up again. Like, brought it up again a few weeks later. Like, what? You ain't forget about that? What? You ain't forget about how fucking stupid you looked yelling at me about somebody that is a child? Girl, walk don't. No.
Little do you know, I put a smooth $40 into my baby's pocket and told her, make sure that you buy your own Sour Patch Kids when y'all go see Bad Boys for Life.
Yes.
Because you never know what niggas got and don't have.
You never know, right. Make sure, let me know if something happened, I'll call you an Uber.
I made sure she didn't have to pay for no Reese's Pieces. You worried about me fucking a 20-year-old with
right.
your dumb ass.
So there's a lot of things I can deal with, but you flipping out on me and like going nuts over something that you had a question about, that's the sort of thing that is such a red flag for me that I'm not likely to ignore it. I'm not likely to ignore that because like you said, Melissa, if you have your own shit in your past or whatever, certain stuff triggers you and you start to get kind of, ridiculous about certain things.
Yes.
Somebody who is more mature, more in control of their emotions would say, now sis, are you being a goofy bitch right now? Or do you have a reason to slash that nigga's tires? Like, or, somebody can talk themselves through this. Be reasonable about it. Not fly off the fucking handle when they see you and just ask reasonable, rational questions. He did none of that. He jumped straight to calling you a liar.
Which is why I'm like, why are you trying to act as if irrational trust issues and illogical accusations of cheating aren't a huge, gigantic red flag?
Right.
They are. And, what did he say about the therapy? Like, he'll go, but he doesn't
He don't feel like he needs it. No, that's another flag.
Well, you know what? Lots of people who go to therapy don't think that they need it at first. You know what I mean? So... I'm glad that we
It's hard for
that.
me to believe that people go without thinking they need it. Because, like, how do you get anything out of it if you feel like you don't need to be there?
Well, I feel like sometimes people are in situations like this where they're encouraged to go, usually by someone that they're in a relationship with or related to or something like that.
Okay.
And so they'll go just to sort of appease this person who is begging them or, saying, hey, nigga, you need to do this because you're fucked up.
Right.
And, a lot of them... believing that they need it or not usually does decide how long they will stay there or whether they'll be attentive or not. But nigga, you have issues.
Yes.
You have major trust issues because you've been robbed and cheated on. And I get all of that, but I ain't do nothing to your motherfucking ass. And I'm damn sure not gonna fuck the 20-year-old baby that lives right next to us. You dumb ass nigga. Go talk to someone. I'm not doing this with you.
Yes. Do you want this relationship to last? Because you are not going to be able to treat me like this and lay up next to me in my home. Period. So are you willing to work on it? Are you willing to do what we need to do? Because you ain't never gonna come at me like that ever the fuck
And when I leave your dumb ass, it's gonna be my fault.
Right. And you talking about you don't doubt that he's faithful and honest and all about you and loves your body and all this. Like it's something like you are big or chubby or have a baby or kids or whatever, and you feel like that means, I don't know, almost like he gets a gold star for loving your body. Girl, no. Like that nigga should love your body. You shouldn't be with nobody who feels anything less than like worshiping about your body. So no. I understand everything else is so great, but y'all have only been together for a year.
Get away with everything.
And
break up with, I'm just gonna say it, like, girl, leave him.
I don't have a crystal ball, but niggas tend to escalate, and I'll just leave it there. And I don't want this to get any worse for you.
Leave him. Fuck that shit. If he is not going to seriously take his issues, in the direction that they need to go, that's his fucking problem. There's nothing you can do about that shit. There's nothing you could do.
Right.
The UPS man can come and deliver your fucking Amazon box or whatever, and next thing you know, you fucking him too. There's nothing you can do about that shit. That's
true.
His problem that he's going to continue to make y'all problem. And that's not fair to you. It's not fair to your kid. It's not fair to the 20-year-old next door. That nigga needs to get help. And if he's not going to, you need to chuck the fucking deuces.
Yes.
Because there will be some other nigga out there that will meet the base ass requirements to being a decent fucking boyfriend or whatever the fuck that that you will go and get with that probably also won't be a fucking psycho lover.
Because when you say, I feel like if I stay and he doesn't seek help, we'll keep repeating this cycle, you are absolutely right. That is going to happen. It's going to be stress and anxiety and all this shit over and over again because nothing is ever really being addressed. So maybe couples therapy would be good for y'all. Since he feels like he doesn't need it individually, maybe you could sell it to him like, well, maybe you don't need it, but this relationship needs it. So
yeah,
either we going.
It could start as couples therapy.
It really could. And who knows where it might go from there. But I would make it an ultimatum. Like, we are going to couples therapy or we are breaking up. Because I'm not doing that anger bullshit. I'm not doing that coming at me out of no fucking where bullshit.
Talking about something, I ain't forget about that shit. Bitch, you need to because you were incorrect.
I would have had to get up and walk away because the way I looked at that nigga, the way I talked to that nigga would have been like just utterly disrespectful.
Okay,
because, sir, who are you talking to with your dumb ass?
You are literally wrong.
You really think I'm pressing up on the little boy next door who is my daughter's age? Like, that's where your mind went immediately? Nah. And you got mad about it too? Like, ridiculous about it?
Do you want me to just go find Sherelle's robbing, thieving ass and beat her up? Is that what's going to resolve
Is that
this?
what needs to happen? Y'all go to therapy or not, and you make your move from there, girl, but you deserve better.
You're right.
All right. That wraps up the questions for this week. If you have any, send them to asktheread@gmail.com. We'll be right back.
Hey, y'all, it's a new year, the perfect opportunity to take your business to the next level by hiring the right people. That is why you should get into ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter.com/theread makes all of that easy. You can send your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards. But ZipRecruiter does not stop there. With their powerful matching technology, ZipRecruiter scans thousands of resumes to find people with the right experience and invite them to apply to your job. As applications come in, ZipRecruiter analyzes each one and spotlights the top candidates so you never miss a great match. ZipRecruiter is so effective that 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. I personally know a couple of people myself who are running their own businesses, being bad bitches and things like that. And it is very important for you to be able to find adequate help within a certain amount of time. So that's why it's called Zip, because they recruit people in a zip. Yes, and it can be really challenging to go through the hiring process, especially by yourself, because it takes so much longer. So let ZipRecruiter help. Let ZipRecruiter help you out. You can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/theread. That is ZipRecruiter. Am I gonna say it correctly? ZipRecruiter.com/theread. It is the smartest way to hire. Go get somebody on your team. All right, let's move on. Picture it. Your house, 2020. Okay. You have a vision. You need a place for it to go online so that people can clickety-click and buy your things or look at how great you are. Or, read your essays about what your baby's throw up look like today. I don't know. Sure. Whatever it is, because there's anything, there's space for all kinds of things on the internet, but you don't really know what it takes to build a website. Trust me, we get it. Squarespace makes it very, very, very easy to do all of the above. They've got all kinds of templates from some of the best designers around the world. So your website can have all kinds of different looks depending on what your vibe is that you're going for. And most importantly to me, it's very, very, very easy to customize what you need on your website. So easy. It just takes a couple of clicks. The interface is really easy to use. It's just great. But if you ever get confused or you do have some questions or need some help, they've got an award-winning customer support line that is open 24/7. Anytime you need help. They've also got an e-commerce functionality that lets you sell anything online. So if you want to be selling your merch or your artisanal denim zippers and things of that nature, no problem with that, as well as the analytics that will help you grow your website in real time. It's empowering millions of people across the globe. Squarespace, from all different walks of life and different careers. So turn your great idea into something real online. Yes. Like I always say, if I can do it, y'all can. So head to squarespace.com/read for a free trial. When you're ready to launch your site, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Again, squarespace.com/read, offer code READ. Build something beautiful. And let me see it. Okay. Let's wrap up the show. Okay, so now it's time for the read.
That's true. And I really don't have one this week. I just want to say a very quick fuck you to Kellyanne Conway.
What the hell did that wench do now?
Well, so many things. There's probably things I don't even know about yet. But Monday, when we're recording this, is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, federal holiday. And I'm sure Trump has said something dumb about it. Mike Pence probably has too. But Kellyanne Conway told NBC News that she feels like Martin Luther King.
I saw the headline.
Did you?
Yeah.
She feels like Martin Luther King Jr. would oppose Trump's impeachment.
What a fucking maniac.
Quote, I don't think it was within Dr. King's vision to have Americans dragged through a process where the president is not going to be removed from office, is not being charged with bribery, extortion, high crimes, or misdemeanors. And I think that anybody who cares about and justice for all on today or any day of the year will appreciate the fact that the president now will have a full throttle defense on the facts, and everybody should have that. Bitch, what?
I know Martin Luther King in his grave, like, oh, bitch, please keep my name.
Boo.
Kelly, you could have just said nothing. You could have just let the day go by. This is the dumbest
shit. Like, I don't even have to get into this. This is so... You made Martin Luther King Jr. Day about the fucking impeachment? You did? You made that about it?
No, you know your elbows can't handle that reaching.
King was executed by the federal government. You think he would be against Trump's impeachment? You think Martin Luther King Jr. would be pro-Trump? You don't know shit about him.
You could have just...
Bitch, shut up, sit down, go the fuck away. And fuck her, and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, I saw that on the news earlier, and I was like... I was literally... You know, sometimes you have those moments where you just stuck in place for a couple of seconds because you can't believe you just heard that. Whew. These white people have got to go.
Conway's excuse for Trump not observing MLK Day, embarrassingly incompetent.
Mess.
What a fucking dumbass.
Didn't they not even say Martin Luther King Jr.'s name last year? Like the whole time they were there, which was like 10 minutes or whatever. Like they didn't even say the man's name. Like,
there's so many ways that you will find to bitch about this impeachment shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I just...
It's over and
this
done.
Has not been one of them.
Right. The heartache lives on, but girl, it has been done. The nigga is impeached. That cannot be undone. Shit.
Oh, well, that tickled me.
Hot garbage.
Okay, so two things. I don't really have a read either, but I did want to say, as far as the Comme des Garçons thing, reminder, that's a fashion line that had all of these very, very pale white people in lace front braid wigs in their fashion show.
Oh, God.
And I mean, they look...
What are these?
Horrible.
Oh, no.
Someone swooped into Tyler Perry Productions.
I was about to say.
On some Mission Impossible shit.
These are on loan from Tyler Perry Studios, and y'all need to return them. No, Tyler's wigs are not even this bad.
Yeah, they actually aren't.
What?
I can see your lace. Yeah.
Why did it have to be braids? Why couldn't you just have shitty lace fronts?
They say I read a headline today that said they were inspired by Egyptian.
Oh, girl, we
which
know.
Again, all of these white people. But
y'all have been inspired by Egyptians since the beginning of the time. That means nothing to me. What were... Oh, now I get it. The shape is supposed to be... Okay, no, this is very bad. And y'all did a very bad thing. Oh, no, this is so
not
bad.
only is it offensive, all of those models look stupid. They look stupid.
They do. And this looks bad.
And there's one photograph, the first one actually that I saw, there was a black model that was sort of like, you could only see sort of like half of his face because it was cropped, but that half was looking at the nigga who was like that white man that was front and center, like, this is some dumb ass bullshit.
I do not deserve this.
But anyways, I just wanted to remind you guys really quickly, please don't drink the Kool-Aid. This is complete bullshit. These motherfuckers know exactly what the fuck they're doing. They also realize that there's a huge percentage of their buyers, I guess, that don't really give a fuck about shit like this. If anything, will probably go and buy it just because it pissed y'all niggas off. So once again, I personally believe with every corner of my heart that they are continuing to bait us
yeah.
into rage reposting their stuff so that we can do basically free marketing for their upcoming, season of whatever. It literally does work. We repost the stuff over and over again about how offensive it is or whatever. There's not been a cease or a slowing down when it comes to this shit in fashion. Paris Fashion Week, fucking London, Milan, whatever the fuck they go, New York. There's always some dumb shit every single time that there is a fashion show or a huge fashion week. It never stops. And you would think by now, common sense would tell you, I don't give a fuck if you're designing in a different country or whatever.
Right.
I'm just... My brain won't allow me to believe that these motherfuckers don't know exactly what they're doing.
Right.
And at the end of the day, it doesn't slow down or stop their sales. If anything, like I said, I'm sure it boosts it because we're just advertising their stuff for free in our anger. So I wish that I knew what exactly could be done or said to get through to these motherfuckers, but I don't think there is a getting through. Again, I think that we're once again being used for these people to make additional money, and they know that all they have to really do is release some sort of half-assed statement.
The heart niggas. Okay, I had to Google the brand to see. Like, I know I've heard of it, but it's that heart thing. Got you. Yes.
Yeah, they know what the fuck they're doing, and they know that they really could just go like, "Oh, we're so sorry if we offended anyone, and we didn't even know you niggas still cared." Anyway,
yes,
coming this fall, blankety blank.
Right.
So I would just, I'm just hoping that more of us can keep that in mind when we see this dumb shit. I really understand how annoying it is, how hurtful it can be and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, these niggas know that shit too, and they don't give a fuck. So
I assumed it was a French brand just because of the name, but it was actually founded in Tokyo.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yikes.
Now I'm going to pass my read.
Pass the read like we used to.
So this read, well, I'm going to give you a name. I'm going to call you Niecy.
Yes.
I actually don't even know your gender. I'm just calling you Niecy because...
Niecy is genderless.
Is it?
Sure.
I guess it can be.
Like...
But I was just thinking of Niecy from Moesha.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Anyway.
I love her.
It says, first off, shout out to the genius that decided to... the subject of this message says, Chicago dispensaries are trash.
Oh, Lord.
First off, shout out to the genius that decided to bring the company kickoff conference to Chicago in the dead of winter. That's a whole other read for a whole other time. The only silver lining, I thought, was that Illinois had just legalized it for recreational use on January 1st. So while I'm out here freezing my ass off and listening to these white people rah-rah, which she put in quotes. Again, I don't know why I'm assuming your gender. I'm sorry. I could at least be high off some quality bud while doing it. Right? Wrong. I consulted weed maps and set out for the closest dispensary on the list. $15 Lyft ride later, I was informed that the dispensary was only open for medical use and would not open for recreational until Friday. It's Monday, bitch. That won't do. Which is insane. If anything, I would believe that recreational should be taking place on Monday when people need it the most.
Right. I would think so. That is weird, but maybe they need to get their license or something. I don't know.
Thinking, okay, this establishment is clearly not ready for prime time. I looked up the next closest.
Oh, Lord.
A spot that had billboards around town advertising recreational, so surely they must be prepared to serve the people. Wrong again. 4 security guards outside, but it took only one to tell me they were also shut down for recreational buyers, and I should come back in the morning to stand in line when they opened at 9 a.m.
Bitch.
I return in the a.m., stand online for 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Oh,
I'm thinking to myself as I'm reading this, like, how high would I really want to be? Like, would I go through all of this?
No, not an hour and 15 minutes. I would not. No, but I would have traveled with weed. So I'm sorry. That don't help you right now.
It doesn't. 1 hour and 15 minutes. Get up to the counter and am informed they are out of flour, out of gummies, and purchases are limited to 1 pre-roll and 1 cartridge.
Bitch! I'm setting this whole bitch on fire.
Not one pack of pre-rolls, one fucking joint. Furthermore, the cartridges they have do not fit a standard vape pen that you can procure from a smoke shop.
Jesus.
You got to go buy some fancy vape pen that you can only get online to even be able to smoke that bitch. One pre-roll and one 500 milligram cart for 101 American
I know
doubloons.
You're fucking lying. It ain't no way in the world.
At this point, I'm pissed. I'm hungry. I'm about $50 in the Lyft rides, and I've missed half of the conference sessions I signed up for today. And what do I have to show for it? 1J and the cartridge I cannot use until eBay delivers this fucking Georgia Jetson ass vape pen to me. What the fuck, Chicago? Did y'all not know that you voted to legalize this shit? Why is no one ready? And then it says Miranda Priestley's voice.
Yeah.
This is not how you do business in the year of our Lord 20,020. Shout out to the Lyft driver that tried to sell me an eighth on the way to the dispensary.
Amen.
I should have listened to you.
You should have.
I should have listened. Sent from my iPhone, Nisi. Again, he, she, they, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but thank you for this letter. It meant a lot to me. Also, I love Chicago very dearly. So don't shoot the messenger, guys.
Yeah, I too love Chicago and would like to go back. So please don't be mad at me. But
I also don't think I've had a bad experience with the dispensary in Chicago.
I've never gone to one because they just legalized recreational, like on the 1st.
Okay.
So honestly, I would have expected them to have to work the kinks out of that process. But I also understand, you know, being tired of being sober. And if I waited in line for 90 minutes, I better get my fucking weed.
You should be selling me whatever the fuck I want in this bitch.
One joint?
It's January.
And then you bought the cartridge that needs
Chicago.
the weird battery? Well, I don't even know why you bought it.
I know they had you standing outside.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
So.
Not in that Chicago weather. Oh, no, bitch. I literally will not do it. I don't even know why you went to Chicago in the winter, bitch.
That's where snow goes to die. So, like,
snow goes to Chicago to give up.
Yeah.
Girl,
$101 for one joint.
Bitch.
And a half gram.
But even that is a cartridge you can't use. So
right, and it's not even, you can't even use it.
I understand your frustration, but damn, girl. Oh.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, it makes sense if they just legalize recreational and whatnot. But well, hold on. But how long has medical marijuana been legal?
I think for a while. It's been at least a year.
Oh, but you know what? Sure. Just because like medical marijuana is legal in places doesn't really mean that like any kind of marijuana is. Because I think medical marijuana is legal here or has been legal here for a while, but it's very, very restricted in terms of type of weed you can get.
Yeah, it's a madman on Fifth Avenue.
Which I still have not seen.
I mean, because what's the point in going? Because it's not like you can go in there and get anything. Right. But oh, girl, I really do feel like my heart goes out to you because being sober when you don't want to be is the fucking worst. But
and you at work. You only there for work.
I'm not going to blame the city of Chicago for this one. I'm sorry, sis. I know it sucked for you, though. I feel your pain. Over an hour in line and you got one joint, it's going to take you way less than an hour to smoke that. You're going to be pissed the whole time.
Well.
Good luck, though. Blessings.
I guess that's it.
Thank you, Nisi, for your letter. Did you get that at the Pass Read inbox?
Yeah.
If you have a read you want to pass, send that to passtheread@gmail.com and you may just hear your own irate words on the show.
The last two are both about Tyler Perry.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You want to read one or no?
No.
Okay. Well, that wraps up the show.
One of these is somebody like viciously dragging their baby father.
Read it.
And I, should I?
You have to. People are going to be like, oh my God, why you ain't read the one about the baby daddy?
Fake name, please.
Oh shit.
I'm going to give you the name. Who was someone who was cussed out a nigga or a baby father in a film or show?
Monica? I just feel like Monica.
I'm going to call you Yvette.
Okay. Jody!
Yvette says, this read is for my bum ass baby daddy. Shit. I'm going to say it. This read is for my bum ass baby daddy, Steve Owens.
No!
So there's no.
Bitch, why?
Steven, I'm reading a lot. I have nothing to do with this. There's no confusion who decided who decided filing a protective order against me based on lies was better than filing for custody of his kid. I was a weak-minded individual for taking you to court for child support and custody. But yet here we are, and you're listening to whatever your 30-day girlfriend is telling you. You and her are both dumbasses. You're suddenly not safe when that child support payment needed to be made. Fuck you, nigga. I would rather be in court for you trying to get custody after all you claim I am an unfit mother. But yet my kid is in every gifted and talented shit. What? My kid is in every gifted and talented shit the school offers. Guess I'm not that unfit. Telling a 7-year-old to ask me for $25 to go to Dave & Buster's is the lowest of low, nigga. If you can't afford your child, then you clearly can't afford a girlfriend. Oh, I'm sorry. You would rather put the girlfriend first and fuck your child, right? Is that not the same reason you chose to not purchase any Christmas gifts for your daughter? But made sure your said girlfriend got her gifts on Christmas Day. The same nigga hiding at Walmart parking lots to avoid having your kid over the weekends, but yet I'm the deadbeat you wanted to be so badly, and you're making it so easy. Let's be clear, the measly $219 a month isn't even half of what I spend on our kid. Let's not forget her 2 years of private schooling. You gave $0 towards her schooling, and we were all living together, etc. So don't ever think we need you. I would just want my child to have a father. Yet your concern is your friends needing you to promo their shit, so you gonna run to them before you drop shit for your kid. Since you're so broke, you may want to go back to driving Uber since you listened to your girl telling you to stop doing it, but you couldn't stop to spend time with your own child. You clear need the extra funds. Fuck you, nigga, and your dumbass girlfriend. Both of y'all can kiss my ass. Sent from my iPhone.
Okay.
Wow. Ooh, message clipped. View the entire message.
Oh, shit. No, please. I was about to say, please. Is she going to give us his date of birth and they city and all? Like, she put the man's first and last name in the email.
Girl.
Steve, you know who you are. Quit playing.
We know who you are.
Can niggas file protective orders because to get out of paying child support? Is that even how that works?
I wouldn't know.
I feel like you still have to pay that child support.
I mean, Starlight has to support the damn baby.
Right.
Like, so
the baby's still here. So, niggas though, they will invent new ways to disappoint you.
Yikesity, yikes. Look, don't be going sending us no damn emails just dragging this nigga that you. I mean,
he your baby daddy, girl.
Ask the child for $25 for Dave & Buster's.
I can't.
By the way, the subject of the email is $25 for Dave & Buster's.
That's the part she can't get over.
That one really made her sick.
So you could do all this shit for that bitch and have all kind of presents. I mean, that is a good point though. Like your girlfriend got a bunch of presents on Christmas, but your kid didn't. Nothing from you at all. Like that is trifling.
Woo!
All right. Yes.
You asked.
I did. And that is what it was. So yeah, if you have something like that to say, passtheread@gmail.com. That wraps up this week's show. We're at thisistheread.com. We are on social media at This Is The Read. We have a live show coming up on February 15th here in New York City. thereadlive.com for the link to tickets. And what else do we have? Any other news this week?
No, I think that's the thing.
Okay, well, let's get on out of here then.
So we will see you guys again next week with more hot tops, more of your drama.
Oh, Lord.
And more people to cuss out. Be good to yourself and to others. That's the ending of something.
Hold on. Oh my God, wait, no. Be good to yourself. Oh my God, wait, no. It's going to drive me crazy.
I'm just going to Google it.
Are you? I knew it. I knew it when you said it. And then when you said it's from something, it left my head. Be good. Is that Mr. Rogers?
I feel like it's a talk show they used to say.
Yes, it is. Why was I thinking Oprah? But that ain't it.
Nigga, is it Jerry Springer?
Oh, it is Jerry Springer! It's Jerry fucking Springer!
That was the last
He used to say that at the end of every show!
Yes, he would somehow try to finagle all of that ratchet bullshit.
Like he didn't just have brothers and sisters fucking each other on stage 10 minutes ago. Bitch, what? Like
bitches pulling their wigs off in fucking a kiddie pool full of whipped cream. And then this nigga's talking about, you know the thing about life and existentialism?
Yes!
It's just...
He did always give some bullshit motivational speech at the end. Like, you just showed us an hour worth of bullshit.
Like, literal garbage.
Oh, I'm so glad.
That's the last place I would have thought of. Woo! I was thinking Mr. Rogers, too. But whatever. The
that was going to drive me crazy. It is absolutely, yes, 100%. It is Jerry Springer. Final answer.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, y'all.